evening, good morning, wherever you're joining us from. Happy Thursday, May the 11th, everybody. I have special guests here with me today. You all know me because I'm streaming out on my page, but then we're going to share later. I'm Giuliana Mello, and I am with a bevy of beauties that I met through the Goddess Healing Matrix system with our beautiful mentor, teacher, and friend, Valvadon Silver Hughes. Oh, pardon me, she's silver now, Valvadon Silver. And I thought that as May is the month of Mother Mary, I thought I would invite these ladies to join me today to share how Mother Mary Goddess has helped us in our lives. So I'm going to turn the floor over. I have the beautiful Cindy Hodel here, and I have Selena Urbanovich, and we're really happy to be here as your three Goddess Healing Matrix system higher priestess practitioners, levels 1, 2, and your master level, Selena?
Yeah, I'm Goddess Master. I've taken up to the 3rd level. I haven't done the 4th yet.
Right, okay. So I've done level 1 and 2, and Cindy's done level 1. Perfect. So I know that for me, I brought a beautiful picture of Mother Mary today because I thought this is quite, with her being white, that it's really, symbolic of purity. And each having, regardless of religious beliefs, Mother Mary Goddess. And that's where we're going to, and I'm getting full body goddess bumps. That is our depiction today. Yes, thank you, Cindy, for showing that. That is how we learned of Mother Mary in the goddess world. Her healing quality is self-love, and her gemstone is the heart-shaped rose quartz. And I know that Cindy wants to share her beautiful story about Mother Mary, and I'm seeing people are starting to gather. So please tell us that you're here. And if you have any questions during this half hour, please be sure to write them in the comments so that we can get back to you and let you know while we're all together. Maybe you have a question about Mother Mary, or maybe you are just getting to know who she is. Today's your opportunity to ask us questions. So ladies, any comments so far? I know Cindy's going to share her story next, but say hi.
Selena?
Go ahead.
Okay, so hi.
I'm so excited. I'm like, just go ahead, Cindy.
Share your beautiful light. I'm Cindy Hodel. I'm out in Kananaskis country, Alberta, Canada. Absolutely blessed to live in the mountains. Pretty much full time. I'm in the foothills / mountains in the winter, but then I'm in the mountains in the summer. So Kananaskis is such a beautiful area, and I'm very blessed. I met these beautiful ladies a couple of years ago, but luckily for me, Giuliana was just in my Goddess Level 1 class as a mentor. And it was really cool, actually, during our class. Mother Mary had come up for me a few times. And so one day I said to Giuliana, I have to share the story with you. So back when I was very young, well, not that young, I was like late teens, early 20s. I had an aunt. My family is very Catholic. And I had an aunt. We were going to a family gathering, and she asked if I wanted to jump in with them. Because my parents were coming down from Canada, and at the time I was living in Florida. We were going up to Tennessee. So I jumped in with my aunt and my uncle, unbeknownst to me, that we were stopping in a location called Conyers, Georgia. And when we stopped in this Conyers, Georgia, still didn't know what was going on. And then I asked finally why we stopped, and my aunt said there has been recorded apparitions of the Virgin Mary to some adults, young adults and children there in Conyers, Georgia. And they wanted to go and see for themselves on a certain day at a certain time is when she supposedly appeared. So I'm not, Selena and I say this quite often. I can't make this stuff up. I truly, truly can't. On that afternoon, the sky changed like a pink. like about this color while I was there. Again, am I seeing things? I questioned, right? Like because I didn't know enough about it. But everybody got down on their knees. Everybody started praying and saying different things to Mother Mary. At the time, I believe I got some goosies that I can kind of remember, but I don't really remember. But I do know that I felt different after leaving there. And again, all the way to the family, we said the novena, and then we, the Hail Marys, and that, like, we all the way to Tennessee, we were praying, because my aunt, again, God love her, she goes to church every day, sometimes twice, and so yeah, Mother Mary came to me in my goddess training, and it wasn't, oh God, wasn't until that exact moment that I finally put a connection to a goddess, Mary. And I got the religious part out of, because I had a wall. When it came to religion and connection with God, because of whatever for me. But anyhow, it was that point that I really opened up to Mary. And then last but not least, my dear, dear friend Selena on her website had a Mother Mary deck that was for sale. And I was like, I have to have it. I have to have it. And it's become my favorite deck because she is helping me right now with a whole bunch of self-love. She is always by my side. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I love that you shared that, especially because that's the thing. That's why that was my intention for today, because she is a religious figure. Of course, she is Queen of Heaven. She's the mother of Jesus. So how can she not be depicted in a religious way? However, a lot of people have religious trauma. They have pulled away from organized religion. And what I hear from Mother Mary, and you'll see it's like speaking my truth, right? That even though I was raised Catholic, that what happened for me is nothing short of miraculous, because I've known her my whole life. And after the cancer, when I needed mothering, and I had so many, I don't even know what to call them, wounds, if you will. And I knew that I needed help. And so I felt her so strongly. And when Lauralee and I went to the launch of Velvedon's deck, Awakening of the Divine Oracle, and you can find it at velvedon.com, it really opened the door for me because I knew her. It opened the door to healing on a big level, like for me, and you both are angel girls too, angel ladies. So the angels for me were very gentle, unconditionally loving. The part of Mother Mary, goddess, was she was kicky in the butt. And she made me cry at different times. And I'm getting full body God bumps on my left side. So it's very interesting that that's your divine feminine. And it was also my receiving. And I remember being told my receiver was broken. We could be here all day because I had so many things wrong with me, that she's the one that paved the way. And this is why, I said to Velvedon, can I share about Mother Mary? And she's like, absolutely, honey, go ahead. So I thought, well, I'm going to ask the girls if they'd like to come too, because it's not just my experience. I would love now if Selena, maybe you share a little bit about your experience, because mine was so powerful, because she has been there and has lit this path for me to love myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I totally, when you asked me to do this, I was like, I didn't always connect with Mother Mary. I didn't think I did. That's the trick, right? Because I was like, I don't think, I think I kind of do. I'm like, maybe. And then I sat back and I was like, okay, like we're gonna be doing this live thing, and I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Like I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. I'm trying to build a business from like I don't even know. I'm trying to build it, and it's really hard, and it's very um heart
Heart-centered.
heavy sometimes because it's so you have to put so much effort, but I'm trying to learn so many different things at the same time. So I find it's like really, really hard to kind of try to focus on one thing when I'm trying to figure out a whole bunch of different things. So for me, when you asked me to do this Mother Mary, I was just like, okay, I remembered like meeting her in level 1. And I remember like thinking like self-love, right? Like how do we even begin to do that? And I know that this journey through building my business that's happening right now with Cindy in it as well, it's it's learning the self-love, right? Liking ourselves to loving ourselves, to really understanding that our gifts are here and that Mother Mary's helping to hold space for us. Because it's like this big pink blanket around me. It's like this big fuzzy pink blanket around me, right? Just loving me no matter what, no matter what part of the journey I'm on. And I really feel that I am a residential school survivor's daughter. I went to church with my grandmother, like with my mom had remarried, and he is a lovely man. He's sweet, and he's my dad. To me, he's my dad. And his mom is very Catholic. He was raised very Catholic. So we would go Christmas Eve. We would go if they were in town or we were with them. We would go for Easter, that kind of thing. And I never really. I loved the church. I loved the beautiful churches, how they are. I never really connected that way. And then at what moment in my life where I was just like, I'm leaving anything. Like my life is shit. Like, so sorry for the word. And it's hard. And I don't understand why I've made the choices I've made. Like, didn't understand the dark soul of the night, dark soul of the night or whatever, because I went through that. And it was just like, and then hitting like with Velvet Dawn and going and doing, oh, where's Cindy go? We lost her. Oh, there she
I'm
is.
back.
Going and meeting Velvet Dawn after I met her before my aneurysm, and I loved her. I would go and I was with Friends and Gems. I was working there, and I remember I would see people walking past with roses, and I'm like, I know whose booth that is. I got to go find her because she's just gorgeous, and I don't even like. I just love her. I loved her light. Her light is gorgeous. So I'm just like, I got to go find this girl, right? I'm like, I talk to her, and I remember her showing me. I remember first it was I met. What was her name that was with her all the time?
Kathy Huber.
Kathy Huber. I met her first. And with the very first deck, the very first one that Velvet Dawn did. So it was a goddess reading. And it was at it was a very small gathering of body, soul, spirit was the beginning of it kind of thing. And she had this booth and all these cards. And she held my hands. And she pulled this card and she gave me a reading. And I cried because I was like, I need this in my life. Like I need to understand this more, right? Because I met Michelle, I'm an angel girl, full AEP, all that kind of, and I love Angel Day, International Angel Day. Like if you guys aren't there, then I'm like, this is not okay. We got to get you here. Like it's got to happen because it's like, it's where I fill my cup up. And that's what Mother Mary is about to me. If I don't fill up my cup, how am I any use to anybody else?
Exactly.
Right? How am I any use? I'm not, right? So for me right now, I think doing this with you guys today fills my cup. Like you guys fill my cup a lot. And I needed this.
I feel I was just saying that to Cindy. This is why, because when you said at Angel Day, we need to do something. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm the one, I'm the connector. Like, I know that is one of my archetypes. I need to just make this happen. So I said to you girls, because you girls, like I work at home and you girls are out, doing other things. And so I said, well, what dates work? I need this too. And, Velvet Dawn says, go out and teach. We have a very beautiful, we get to share, what we've walked through, and we can help others. Velvet Dawn next month. This is what I love about my teachers. I get to facilitate level 2 with her again. And then in June, she's going to do another level 1. So if you're feeling the pull, like, it's interesting. Hi, Tanya. I see people here. There's about 8 of us here online, but people are very quiet today. And that's okay. We honor that, because I know sometimes people don't feel like commenting, but even if you're on the live or maybe on the replay, please reach out. We're here to share how Mother Mary affected us. May is the month of Mother Mary. We're all daughters of the divine, or sons of the divine. This weekend is Mother's Day. May is the month of Mother Mary. For me, I need mothering sometimes too, even though that is one of the things that a lot of people love about me. We all need mothering. And for me, this is where I go when I'm unsure of even how to be a mother to my kid. And so, maybe let's switch gears just for a few more minutes before we all pull a card. Maybe share, I know you two are mothers as well. How has she maybe helped you with your mothering?
Okay, so funny you should mention that, because I just pulled my fairy deck because I want to share this really cool thing. My mother passed away almost 12 years ago now. Very young. She was only 67. And I feel that, and I think I connect with her a good chunk of time. And I feel that she was on a very similar journey that I am now on, in that she was looking outside the Catholic faith. And there was other things, because there was little signs and different things that was going on. But to be really quick, in this fairy deck, this card right here, I have to share, because it says express your individuality. And my mother belonged to the Red Hat Society. And I don't know if you could see her red hat.
Yeah.
My mother had a cat that was always by her side. And my mother was a big reader. And this is a stack of books. Last, butterflies. And in my house, I've got all of my mom's old stuff that she hung on. It was turtles and butterflies that she hung on to. But it says, allow your true self to shine, because you're awesome. And okay, there's the goosies, there's my mom talking. And so when I do my cards every day, it's just a good way of me getting grounded and getting my head out of my what, because I overthink a lot. And when I'm having a hard time in life, never fails, she shows up. She just pops, like she flies out of the deck or something along those lines. So I know it's her. And again, I'm feeling that it's her, right? Absolutely. So Mother's Day sometimes is hard. I have 3 beautiful children that have made me a mother. But the post, I wanted to give you a shout out today, because I saved that post that you did about the daughters, that we are daughters. That hit my heart. I cried when I read that this morning. But it's true, right? We're all daughters, and a good chunk of us are mothers and are fortunate enough to be mothers. But we are all daughters. So honor, whether it's your mother here or gone. This is the weekend to just give her everything you got, man, because she's sacrificed.
I want to say I honor you, and I'm sorry for your loss. I want to say something that one of my friends who's a reverend just lost her mother. And so her post today was, and it's not verbatim, but it was something to the gist of, I'm not going to be saying Happy Mother's Day this year, because it isn't a Happy Mother's Day for a lot of people. And what I want to say to that is I honor her for that. And I believe that the pathway to joy is through healing the heart, even on these really hard days. And what my angels are saying, don't bite your nose off to spite your face. Like, we need to be in joy every day. If you're not feeling it, then it's fine. But don't, Sunny, one of my other mentors, Sunny Dawn Johnson, in mentoring would say to me, I'm going to give you 10 minutes to sit in your shit, and then you got to get up. And there'd be some days that I'd say, well, I'm going to sit in my shit all day today. And Mother Mary will allow you to do that. And that's where Selena was saying about dark night of the soul. Like, we want to be those types of friends that will sit with you in the dark. And that's why I'm saying I honor my friend that's the Reverend, because I know she's so sad. She's missing her mom.
I get it. Yeah, I
And
get it.
so, you know, with time, what I'm saying is, you know, allow joy back into your heart when you're ready, and don't shut yourself off from all the joy every day.
Think
But
about the good.
definitely, yeah,
Sorry.
honor your truth.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my dear Selena.
I forget what the question was. All
It was
these beautiful stories.
about
Mom.
mothering.
About
You know,
mothering.
how has Mother Mary helped you maybe with your kids?
I find with my kids, I don't know, I feel my daughter and I feel like we're best friends. When we have a really crappy day, like we'll go and we'll just hang out. We'll go grab a coffee, or we'll go grab, you know, some sushi or something, or we'll go wander a mall. Like we'll just go hang out kind of thing. And I feel with my son, I'm getting closer with him again too. Like he was really having a hard time through the pandemic, really screwed up my kids, and really made it so that it was like kind of like their dark night of the soul. Like they didn't know how to do stuff. They were very suicidal. They were very sad. They were very upset of where we have moved them from everything that they knew. And I feel that now they're getting better and better and better. So I really feel like once I'm filling up my cup, so going back to Mother Mary, when I'm filling up my cup, and the things that fill up my cup is going to Angel Day, going and hanging out with people that love me for everything that I am, and then coming back and being present. Because I feel like when I'm not present, and I can't do two things at the same time. I'm terrible. If I'm looking at my phone, I'm not hearing you. Like I'm not going to hear you. Like it's just like my aneurysm really. It was on my right frontal lobe, and I have an active one on my left frontal lobe right now that has to be operated on. So it's like when I'm focusing on different things, I get like over emotional about things,
Right.
or I'm under emotional about things, or I'm shut down, or I just don't have the capacity to really worry about anything. So like when I think about stuff and I'm like, I need to go and fill my cup. I got to do something for myself, because I really feel that when I don't do something for myself, I'm no good to anybody. Like not even myself, I'm not good for, right? So when I'm like, take the other day, I was feeling I was so tired, and I'd done everything for everybody else, and I forgot about me. And I was like, I gotta go take care of myself. I'd broken a nail. I want to go get my nails done. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to get a pedicure. My feet are killing me. I'm like, I'd sprained my ankle, and then I hurt my back. And I was like, seriously, universe, I'm listening. I'm trying to, and I'm like trying to slow down. And it's like, how do I fill my cup up again? And for me, it's like going and taking care of the things I like to do. Like I like to have my nails on. I like to have my feet done. I love to like color my hair. I got to do that right now. But like, you know what I mean? So it's like filling up your cup in order to be a good present person
Right.
for my family. Because for me, if I'm not taking care of me, I'm like no good. I'm no good for anybody. So like I actually just got to see my mom a couple weeks ago. My mom and dad came out to visit, which was amazing. And I loved it. And we cooked and we walked and we did things, and it was amazing. I went and I had a really good talk on the beach with my mom. It was awesome. And like those kind of things, like she's 71 years old. She doesn't look it. She doesn't act it. It's amazing. And I love that, because I just turned 50 this year. I didn't do anything to celebrate it, which I think was a stupid idea. I should have done something to celebrate it. So I might still do something to celebrate it.
Yeah, but
Because like this is a milestone, man. I'm half a decade old.
well, next time you come to Calgary, we could do that. Velva Dawn just had her 50+2 party because she was sick when she was 50. Remember,
Yeah.
she got COVID, and she's like,
and almost died on us twice.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so life is short. Oh,
It is.
Linda says, hi, Cindy. Hi, Selena. Let me show you girls.
Hello. So I
Yeah.
feel like for me, mothering, as long as I'm taking care of me, then Mother Mary like helps me fill my cup, and then I'm able to do all the things I want to do with my kids because they're super important to me, and I really feel that hanging out with them and finding what they kind of want to do, and just like my son and his girlfriend Grace, like she lives with us. They cook dinner now. They're like, we're gonna cook dinner. I'm like, oh my god, I love that. Like, keep doing it, right? My daughter, she's just like, Mom, I'm gonna like do this, and I think that I have a really good relationship with them, and I really feel super connected to them. So like for Mother Mary helping me fill up my cup so I can be present in the
Right.
moment that I need to
Beautiful.
be. And when I'm
Mhm.
not present, then I'm like, I'm really sorry, guys. Mom needs to
Yeah.
fill her cup, right?
Yeah, that's
So thank you.
really important. Thank you for sharing that. I love that Cindy's putting up the beautiful depiction. You'll see there Mother Mary has that chalice where, you know, her healing quality is self-love and filling up your own cup, you know,
Mhm.
balancing your giving and receiving. I was sharing at the top of the show how Sunny told me my receiver was broken because as somebody who wanted to be liked, I gave and gave and gave and gave and
You
gave.
did
And
so much.
I did. And then I feel like I needed to end that cycle this year because next year I'm hitting 60. And it was like, I know, ladies, I'm
You don't
having,
look it. You don't
thank
look it.
you. I am going to be 60 though. And I feel like it wasn't as bad as a dark night of the soul. It was more of a revelation, if you will, that, you know, I'm in charge of my life under God, under the divine, and I'm the one that needs to be present in each day and make choices that are right for me.
Mhm.
And really stepping into what other people think of me is none of my business. Of course, I care what my clients think of me in that way, but not in a way of ruminating, because otherwise there's always going to be somebody that doesn't like you. I just saw the other day, I went to say hello to somebody that's been an amazing light in my life and she cut me off. And I was like, isn't that interesting? Because I believe in hell. And I'm just going to go there just for a moment because there's a bigger message here that Mother Mary, because I believe in her, I believe in the different apparitions that she's come to us with. My husband is Portuguese, and so Our Lady of Fatima, that the Portuguese Our Lady, she had given the three kids, Francisco, Lucia, and Fernand, anyways, Jacinta,
Yeah.
three of them showed by how. And so for me, that's my belief. But people that don't believe it, I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem when you come on my page and you tell me how to think. And I said to her, this is my belief. And I thought that I handled it well. And I know this is about her. But I was like, isn't that interesting that when
Mhm.
you stand in your power and your light and your truth, that people are going to perceive you a certain way. And Mother Mary wants you to always remember your value.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think, thank you for sharing your card today. I think I'm going to close with Selena sharing a card today, if that's okay,
Yeah.
dear Selena.
Are you guys okay with Angela Hartfeld's gratitude deck?
Absolutely. I would love to honor Angela.
I miss her. I
Me
miss her
too.
so much. And this deck I adore. And I love her Whispers of the Ocean too, but it's a huge deck. I
Thank
really find that her, like connecting with her and getting to know her a little bit was phenomenal. And I don't know. I remember she was at the Shine event
Yeah.
and she had stood up and she'd asked everybody in the audience if anybody wanted a reading, and I wanted to so bad, and nobody put their hands up, and I followed suit. I didn't put my hand, and I really regret that, but I just have to like let that go, because I really would have loved to have had, you know, a little card from her, or a little reading, right? So I feel like this is how I get it now.
Hang
Look
on
at
one
that.
moment, Selena. Tanya is asking Cindy what her mom's name is.
It was Joan.
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 Catherine Joan, actually.
Oh,
Catherine Joan.
Catherine
With
Joan.
a
She
C
went
or
by
a
her middle
K?
name though. Eh?
With a C or a K?
C.
Catherine. See?
Oh,
C.
Nice.
Yeah, and then my daughter just named my granddaughter McKenna Catherine, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we have understanding.
Oh,
Mm. Oh,
And I
yeah.
really feel, for me, I don't typically read the book, and I don't think I'm going to this time either. For me, it's more the understanding of ourselves, of understanding what it is that we need and stand in that truth instead of kind of going, right? Like the understanding of what we need and that it's okay that you need it. I feel that we have these boundaries that we almost don't even know we have until something happens. If it triggers you, it's a boundary. So like look at it and understand it and then stand in and say it out loud. Hey, like I'm not okay with that. Like I need this. This is how I need to be treated. And I really feel like, Giuliana, when you shared that you gave a boundary and that person reacted the way they did, but that's okay because that is their stuff.
right.
You stood in your boundary and you said like I'm not okay with this. And that's awesome because I think when people are able to understand, there's what is the saying? You're a friend for a season, reason, or a lifetime, right?
Right.
Right. And some people come and go. Like I think I've just lost one of my very, very best friends, but I've gained a best friend, right? I've gained one in Cindy. I've gained one again with you, Giuliana, right? I've gained one with my very dear, dear friend Andrew. I have Roxanne who's stepping up. Like I feel like, yes, I've lost one, but I have gained so much more. Right. And I think understanding that it's okay to lose them because it was a season, reason, or a lifetime. And sometimes we just have to understand that our boundary, that they also have boundaries, right? Their boundary, they don't want it to cross, right? So like them showing me what their boundary is, like, hey man, I want to be able to comment on that and you not take offense to it. Well, I'm going to take offense to it.
I
So
mean, you tell me this is where I'm at now with the understanding is that I'm okay to have my own voice. I don't need to be a cow with the herd. I can be the cow outside the herd and join the herd if I feel like it. And so I love that the first card was, express your individuality. It's okay to be us. And then understand our own hearts. And with that, what I just want to say before I let Cindy close us up is Oprah was saying last week, I watched her and Michelle Obama because Michelle Obama during the pandemic, wrote another book. And she was talking about friends. Oprah said, did all your friends survive? And I'm getting full body goddess bumps. Did all your friends survive your trip to the White House? And she said, no, they lost oxygen. They weren't ready for the climb. And this is where I am. I'm 59. And
42. What are you talking about?
I know it's just a number. I feel less than that. And I'm grateful for every day. Sorry, Cindy, go ahead.
You're not going to believe this. I'm just too excited.
Yes,
I'm just too excited. You're not going to believe this.
We couldn't tell that you were too excited there, Cindy.
Of course I'm going to believe it. Exactly.
So true.
So I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. Dude, I can't make this stuff up, man. I can't make this stuff up.
I know. Right. This is the magic that happens when we come together. And this is what I want to share, because I know that all of us, when we were younger women, that comparison, that green-eyed envy comes up. And unfortunately, it still comes up. However, where the power comes in is when you say, I'm not playing that game anymore.
Yeah, I'm taking my piece out of the game.
Yeah, I'm not
playing in your sandbox. I'm gonna go play in mine.
Yeah, those are boundaries. It's like, you're safe to say, no, this hurt me, and I'm moving forward. Doesn't mean that I don't love you anymore. It just means that we need to separate for a while, and we need to figure out what we want. And Mother Mary will help us. I love these cards, ladies. Any closing words? The ladies are saying thank you, amen, whoa, love it. So I
really feel like, how you're saying like how this is like our boundary, right? And say like we've lost that friend or like that person or anything like that, that was their boundary. Anything like honoring their boundary as well, like that they weren't okay with how they were talked to or whatever. So it's like understanding that's a give and take of boundaries, right? Like
Absolutely.
understanding that, yeah, you crossed mine, but I probably crossed yours. That's why we're not friends anymore. And like, that's okay. Like, thank you for being a part of my life. And thank you for being there when I needed you in that time. And for the lessons that we've taught each other, because I feel like we learned and give and take. And like when you give too much, right, then you realize, oh man, I did it again. I gotta do it. I gotta not do that anymore. And you know, like that's a boundary. But that person sometimes is just used to, you're just always giving. So then it's just an expectation. It's not a nicety anymore. It's an expectation. Mother's giving to me. You're going to still give to me, right?
Yeah. You know, it's interesting because I'm starting to hear more now when I'm in the zone. And Mother Mary is saying, we're all children of the divine. And we're all one family. So it's like being, you know, at the dinner table. We can all disagree. We don't need to agree on everything, to be kind to one another. And if we are true angel ladies, goddess girls, warriors, keepers of the light, we want to go out and shine our light. And we want to add to the light, not take away. It's like this friend that cut me off. I was like, what the heck? Just because I said I believe in hell? Like that was seriously what I said. I believe in hell, and so I'm going to keep my post up. I didn't berate her and so it's interesting that when you come, you know, to these junctures in your life where you can make a choice, if you make a choice to be kind, you're always going to be right. And it's not about being right, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Clarity.
Yeah.
Banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are.
Yeah. Beautiful.
There you go. That's a good one to close on.
That is beautiful. Ladies,
times.
I hope we will do this again.
We will do this again. Don't know hopes.
Yeah.
We will.
Right.
We will.
We can, I think we called it Goddess Share Live. So anytime you girls, I mean, apart from what you girls are going to do together, but when we do, we can do these Goddess Share Lives and we can open it up, you know, depending on the goddess, if other people want to join us. I can invite up to 10. This was a lot of fun. You ladies filled my heart.
You filled
when
my cup.
I'm so in need of it. Thank you for blessing me and all of our listeners today. If you can share your website, ladies.
Yeah?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Share it out loud and then put it in the comments. So if anybody wants readings or product.
We even just came up with a sale today. So it's not a sale. It's
perfect.
It's a free gift with purchase. So it is a surprise though. It's going to be sent to you, $20 value. It's sevensacredfeathers.com. It actually came out of darkness. It was like a lotus flower out of the mud is how the 7 Sacred Feathers came to be. It is my baby. It is a collection of beautiful souls that I know that I wanted to honor in a way that they would be seen and heard, because I feel that they didn't know how amazingly beautifully their lights shine, because I don't think that they know it. So I wanted a platform for that. So for me, it's like having a place for community, for people to have a place to go for readings, for crystals, for locally made jewelry. And then I have a girl who does art. She can make just about anything into beautiful things. So it's right now, it's Mother's Day weekend. So we have it as you spend $60, you're going to get a $20, a surprise gift. It's a free gift with purchase sent to you in the mail, and it's a surprise. So it's more about honoring the readers and the jewelry makers and everything like that, and also honoring the mothers and the ones who have lost, the ones who are fur mamas and reptile mamas, and you know, the ones that can't be. It's just more about community and understanding that we are all together on this planet.
Yeah, so give them a follow, you guys. 7 Sacred Feathers. When we're off the live, Selena will post all the information in the comments. Give them a like. Check them out. You know, this is the thing. Community builds immunity. I love floating in and out of communities. And I am so grateful that both of you joined me today and filled my heart and my cup. And I wish you many blessings of love, light, and joy, and happy Mother's Day. Whether you are a mother to a human or a fur baby, just happy Sunday, everybody. And you know, like if you need mothering, she's here.
Mother
For
Mary comes
yeah.
to me, speaking
Speaking
words of wisdom.
Thank
Let
you.
it
Let it
be.
be. I love that. So long for now, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good day. Happy Mother's Day.